cell phone rang and I answered it. It was the hospital. "You have cancer," they said. I was in shock. How could this be? "How far gone?" I asked. But they wouldn't explain anything to me over the phone. They wanted me to come in for an appointment in a few days to see the doctor. Waiting for those days felt like waiting for years. The suspense was excruciating. The call ended, and I sat down there on my bed, alone. No one was home yet. My husband was still at work. How could this be happening? I wondered again. I had taken care of my body. I ate right. I exercised frequently. I worshipped my God. I put my desires above His own. I obeyed Him even when it was uncomfortable. It must be the devil, I decided. He was trying to scare me. So I began confronting him as if he was standing there in my bedroom face to face. "Do you think you can scare me? You cannot do anything to me. You cannot scare me." And then I shifted, turning my attention to God. "Why would you allow this? I have been faithful to you. I have been obedient. I have risked myself for you in many situations, doing your work. You are supposed to protect me. Why? Why? Why?" When I finished ranting, I became silent. I sat quietly listening. No thunder came down to strike me. In His infinite kindness and gentleness, God ignored my disrespect. He knew it was my fear speaking. He knew it was pain talking. As I continued to listen, a great sense of peace enveloped me. I felt encouraged and assured by Him. I did not know all the answers, yet my fear subsided. It was a sobering reminder of how fragile I really was. In a single phone call, my confidence flew out the window, and fear took over, and I was quivering like a leaf caught in a violent storm. The faith I spoke about so easily was suddenly being put to test. But that moment, and the rest of my battle with cancer, taught me a valuable lesson. That peace does not only arrive when the storm disappears. It doesn't wait for answers. It doesn't depend on outcomes. Your peace begins when you stop fighting on your own strength and you place yourself in the hands of God, who can and will take care of your problem. At one point or another, you have faced a challenge that tested both your strength and your faith. You may be in the middle of a storm right now, or one is about to start. You are dreading it, unsure of what to do. Your storm could be a job loss, financial strain, the loss of property, health challenges, the loss of a loved one, relationship issues, problems at work, or it could be betrayal, or people turning against you for no fault of your own. Whatever it is, challenges and difficulties are a fact of life, and no one is immune to it. Storms are no respecters of persons. We live in a broken world, and the storms of life are often the result of that brokenness. This is not just a belief. I know this from personal experience. I have gone through numerous challenges myself. I have lost loved ones. I have lost multiple properties back to back. I have faced and overcome serious health challenges. I have been deceived, betrayed, and victimized. I have been attacked by bandits, kidnapped, and by God's grace, I escaped. I have faced trauma multiple times. I have looked death in the eye more than once and yet survived. People often look at me and they wonder how I could remain positive after all I have been through. They ask, how am I even still standing and breathing? Or how am I still holding firmly to my faith? Well, I am not here to tell you that life has been easy for me, or that I have it all together. There were moments when things didn't make sense. Moments when it felt as if God was distant. Times when it felt like God was not answering my prayers. There were moments when I couldn't find clarity in my situation. But I've learned from my painful experience that peace is not the absence of trouble. Instead, peace is the presence of God in the middle of it. Jesus says in John 14:27, peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. You must notice that he never said, I'll give you peace once everything is alright. Neither did he say, I'll give you peace when you get the result you want. Jesus offers you his peace right now. Through this podcast, I hope to show you that peace doesn't always come after the storm. Very often, you can find peace right inside the storm itself while it's still raging. You just have to pause and pay close attention. So don't lose hope. Peace is still possible for you even in a troubling situation you are facing. The peace I'm talking about here is not about a perfect life. No. Peace is being in the middle of difficult situations and challenges and not losing yourself. Facing uncertainty without being in constant panic. Peace is feeling calm and waiting patiently, even when answers seem like they are delayed. Peace is inner calm. Not because life is good, but because your spirit is anchored in God, who is the source of all peace. You have peace when you stop fighting on your own and you start trusting God to take care of your problem. Your peace comes when you surrender to God. And doing so will help you to stop holding on to unfulfilled expectations, the need to control every outcome, the belief that you must earn your peace or that you must do something to deserve it. I am not telling you that peace is given up. It is not a resignation to your situation. It is trusting that God not only loves you, but that He knows what He is doing. Things may not make sense now, but you must trust that all things will work out together for good, for your good. Because God loves you and you love Him back. Peace comes with your inner conviction that suffering is not in vain, that there is a reason for your pain, even if you may not know it now. You believe that the end will be greater than it is at the moment, even if it does not seem likely. Peace and light are interconnected. You cannot have one without the other. Light is hope that things will change for the better, even when circumstances say otherwise. It is having clarity, even when confusion is spinning in your mind and you feel frozen like a deer caught in headlights, not knowing which way to run. Light is feeling guided in a direction when the path feels unclear. True light gives you peace that lasts. I want you to understand that light is always available to you, even if all that you see is darkness. If you look closely, you will see the light. Light doesn't always remove the darkness, but it helps you find your way through it. That light is the true light that comes from God. The light from God could come to you in unexpected ways. Maybe an encouraging word from someone when you need it the most. A strong sense of gratitude for something, making you focus on the positive aspects of your life and realizing that it could have been worse. Light is an unexplained presence, a sense that you are not alone, a realization, a feeling that God is with you even in your storm. If you are listening to me, I want you to know that I am glad that you are here with me. You matter just the way you are. God loves you regardless of your situation. You don't have to have it all together to be loved by Him. You don't have to feel strong. You don't have to feel you are full of faith. You don't even have to feel at peace right now. I just ask that you take a pause. Take a deep breath. This podcast is for real people living real lives and dealing with real challenges just like you. Lives that include loss, health or financial challenges, uncertainty, seemingly unanswered prayers, disappointments, heartbreak or betrayals, people facing periods in their lives when peace feels far away. I hope to use this podcast series to remind you that you can find peace and light where you are. Not by pretending things are perfect for you, not by bottling up the pain, but by inviting God into the middle of your struggle. Each week, we'll cover different problem situations. Some of the topics will run as a series, but some will just cover a topic in a single episode. In each episode, I will include a theme rooted in practical life, with a real life story to help you relate to it. There will be supporting scriptures for grounding, and there will be reflection questions also to guide you in gentle self-examination. And finally, there will be a takeaway to carry with you. I want to invite you into a moment of reflection now. You don't need to answer out loud. Just think about the questions in the privacy of your heart. Take a deep breath. In, out. When you hear the word peace, what comes to your mind? Is it a feeling? A thought? Or do you feel peace is something that is out of your reach? What area of your life most needs God's peace right now? Is it your relationship? Your health? Your future? Do you believe that God can give you peace now? Or do you think peace can only come after things are resolved for you? Finally, do you think it may be better to invite God into your struggle instead of waiting for it to end? There is no judgment here. I just ask that you consider these questions honestly, with an open mind, and may God bless you as you do so. Thank you for spending this time with me on Light and Peace Through the Storm. To stay connected, visit ceciliapublished.com or follow the podcast on YouTube and social media at Light and Peace Pod. Music in this episode is fully licensed for this podcast. Until next time, remember, peace is possible and light is always present, even in the storm.